Welcome. Welcome, everyone. For those of you who know me, I'm Nance. For those of you who know me, I am Nance. Today, I want to ask you a simple question. What is your heart trying to tell you? Not your mind, your to-do list, social media, your family, not your boss, not the endless opinions coming at every direction from you. Your heart. When was the last time you stopped long enough to listen? Really listen. Not for an answer from someone else, not for advice, not for validation, just a quiet moment between you and yourself. Yesterday, Kitty Foss and I recorded a podcast called What is Luck? It sparked a beautiful conversation because the more I thought about luck, the more I realized something. Most of us spend our lives looking outside of ourselves for an answer, the right opportunity, the right relationship, timing, the right sign, the right person to tell us what to do. Hmm. Meanwhile, our own heart has been speaking the entire time. The challenge is that the heart speaks differently than the mind. The mind talks constantly. The heart whispers. The mind creates lists. The heart creates knowing. The mind creates certainty. The heart seeks truth. And because we live in a world that encourages us to think more, do more, achieve more, push harder, many of us have become disconnected from our greatest source of wisdom, ourselves. I know what that feels like. There were seasons in my life where I stopped listening. I stayed too long, ignored red flags, abandoned my own needs, talked myself out of what I already knew, not because I was weak, because I was trying to survive. Many of us do that. Then life gets louder. The body speaks, the emotions speak, the circumstances speak. And eventually we find ourselves asking, how did I get here? The answer is often simple. We stopped listening to ourselves. One of the things I teach through the pathway to choose joy is that awareness changes everything. And awareness begins with a question. What is real? What? What is real? Not what should be real. Not what someone else wants. What is true for you? Place your hand on your heart for a moment. Come on, do it with me. Place your hand on your heart. Take a breath and ask yourself, how am I really doing? What am I feeling? What am I needing? What am I avoiding? What am I pretending not to know? These questions require courage because your heart rarely gives you convenient answers. It gives you honest ones. Maybe your heart is asking for rest. Maybe it's asking you to slow down. Maybe it's asking you to have a difficult conversation. Maybe it's asking you to let go. Or maybe it's asking you to begin. What if it's asking you to trust yourself? This is where the pathway to choose joy becomes so powerful. First, we identify what is true. Then we nurture what needs care. When was the last time you nurtured what needs care? We reconnect with ourselves. We restore trust, and eventually we believe in our ability to move forward. The truth is, your heart has been guiding you your entire life. It guided you through challenges, through losses, through healing. through recovery, through every difficult chapter you've survived. It knows more than you think. The question isn't whether your heart is speaking. The question is whether you're listening. Huh. As you move through your day, I invite you to pay attention. Notice what energizes you. Notice what drains you. Where life feels effortless, notice that. And then notice where you're forcing things. Notice where you feel expansive. Notice where you feel contracted. Your heart leaves clues everywhere. The more attention you pay, the easier they become to recognize. This is Blues Clues, ladies and gentlemen. Blues Clues. The heart. Follow it. You don't need all the answers today. You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need permission. You simply need the willingness to listen. Because sometimes the wisdom you've been searching for isn't out there somewhere waiting to be discovered. Sometimes it's already within you waiting to be remembered. Place your hand on your heart one more time. Take a breath and ask, what is my heart trying to tell me today? Then listen. Really listen. You might be surprised by what you already know. Identify. What do you already know? Nurture that. Reconnect, restore, believe, and choose joy. I'm Nancy Nance. I am Exponential Joy. This is Recover Your Joy. Thank you so much for joining, subscribing, liking, and hyping. Yeah, gotta love the hype. Hit the hype. It's really cool. I would appreciate it so very, very much.